Hello everybody. Today we are going to use n8n, the workflow automation, to create a contact inside your SuiteCRM system and link or relate it to an existing account. So let's go. First, a quick overview of what we need. So we need to have our systems in place. That means SuiteCRM, of course, you have to bring it, and it needs to be prepared for API requests. If you have not done this before, check out my video on SuiteCRM and preparing for API requests. And then additionally, we need our n8n automation, the workflow automation system, and this needs to be able to reach or connect to the CRM system. And ideally, watch my video as well on the SuiteCRM and automation integration, because there we're building up this workflow, and I'll simply copy this in a bit and use this one. And then we need it less and less if you watch a couple of videos here, but there's the documentation just in case we want to use it or double check some details. Then I always like to have it open as well. So first of all, let's start with what we need to do and how the thing looks like. So here we have a test account. In the test account, there are two contacts related already, working there or just related. What we would like to accomplish now is there is a new contact coming from a third-party system or whatever, working in the same company or related to the same company, and I want to use n8n to automatically create it here and associate it or link it to this account here. So how to do this? First of all, I would like to use the existing examples to see what we're going to, or what we have to accomplish. I'll explain it in just a bit. So first of all, I'll duplicate this one here, and instead of get, I do a create SuiteCRM contact related to an account. Be very bold here. You can use some tagging or whatever as well, just to make it properly documented so that the names of the workflow speak for themselves, so it's very easy. I can press here on start and test it, and I retrieve a token. That's good. This won't work because first of all, that's for the lead, and second of all, maybe an old ID that we don't have anymore. So what I want to do is I get any contact which is related to my company, and I first want to read this one. So this step is not important. It just helps us to visualize how the data structure is expected later on when we do the create request. So the first thing is now to change this one here, get SuiteCRM contact, exactly. And now we are hitting the API endpoint, but not leads anymore. We want to have contacts and the ID, very simple. I just copied it so I can remove everything until the very end and paste the ID that I just copied. What else do we need? Basically nothing. The bearer from the access token, we have this already. Then ignore SSL issues. I just do this because here locally it won't matter much. If you're in production or somewhere on the internet, you should not do this. And response format is JSON, just in case the n8n will not recognize the response automatically. So I click on test. As you can see, the last O2, that's exactly the one that we just copied. And this is all fine, but I'm not very interested in all the fields here, but in one specific field, which is called the account ID. Let's check it out, how this is built up. Here you can see the account name. And inside the contacts, you can link or relate a contact. You can select a account. And underneath the hood, so the technical, how it's done technically is exactly with this one here. So account name, for cosmetics, but don't use it, don't need it, because you could have like two companies with test or like Smith LLC or whatever. So therefore, don't use the account name, always work with IDs if anyhow possible. So you need this field, and you need to fill this field with this ID here. Very nice. So we already know what's expected of us when we create a contact in just a bit. So, and how do we do this? I would duplicate this here and then I would connect it so we can access the data from before. And then first of all, I'll rename this one here. This will be create SuiteCRM contact. So, and now you could go back into the documentation if you're fussy on that one. So the create will be very simple. So we have create a module record. There we've got a post. It goes to the module and this is the payload. So we can just build this up. Maybe I copy this one here and then we can just configure it accordingly. So first of all, it was a post, right? Then we don't need to have all these details. Module without a backslash, without a slash at the end was the very end of it. Then here, the bearer token, let's not use the JSON, but let's use this one here, the actual node which retrieved it. And now I need to send a body, right? So in the body is basically a JSON. I don't want to use fields. I want to have a whole JSON, which I can simply put here. Plus, I want to use expressions because you would usually later on, if you're working with automations from other systems, then you're loading or fetching something and filtering. And then out of the filter results, you would have your IDs that you would need to access here. So check out my other integration videos with SuiteCRM and n8n because I'm building up the fundamentals a little bit for future systems, and then we simply can automate bigger or more complex requirements here. So what do we want to use as the payload? First of all, it's contacts, right? Contacts don't have a name. They have a last name, and I tend to, it doesn't have to be, start with the required field because then you've got this out of the way and out of the box. Only the last name is required. So first name is the next one. And here I can call this first 03. Then I could give it an email. That's the email one. Maybe you've seen it already somehow, or I could skip this. And the most important thing is the account ID here. And the account ID. Now I want to use a variable for this because it makes sense. So we have get SuiteCRM contact. You might usually not have this in the real world applications. There you would usually have something like fetch or filter all accounts with the account ID or like the internal customer number. And then you've got the internal customer number 7. And then the account ID would be our cryptic account ID here. So don't use the ID here because this is from the contact. As you can see, type contact. I would be interested in the account ID, which is a bit further down here, as you can see. Or you can simply search for the field and then it will be shown here, filtered here. Then it makes it a bit easier. So I add this one. And as you can see, this will be previewed here. The ID will be visible inside our preview. The rest should be fairly similar or like identical. Here we've got the ignore SSL issues because of my local environment, development environment, and then JSON response format, just to enjoy the JSON view here. Then I test it, and it's always a good sign if we can see the response here with a full-fledged, basically SuiteCRM element or record. Then let's see whether it was successful. So I simply reload the view, the detail view of my company. And as you can see, now we've got 3 contacts related to the company. And this is really powerful because this is going to be used very, very often in real life use cases and business cases. You maybe have your e-commerce or digital commerce channels integrated here, and then you might have B2B commerce, and then there's a new person ordering for the same existing company. Then you would have like account matching to avoid duplicates and then add something to the existing account, or you have contracts which are coming from a different system, or you might integrate emails and your SuiteCRM system. So you've got different emails that you need to relate to existing contacts, or you've got a help desk where you need to have tickets which should be related to the existing contact here. Or what I can imagine as well, if you have a task management system or like a project management system integrated in your SuiteCRM system, there you've got like the opportunity, then a quotation, and then maybe you're creating a project, and then the project task inside your task management system related to here, and all the tasks will be created automatically. If you update a task, it will be updated here in the CRM system automatically. So as you can already hear, I'm very excited about it. It is so powerful what you could build up here. And this is what we're going to do over the next couple of videos. If you have more ideas and requirements, let me know in the comments and I can look into how to do this. And other than that, yeah, just stay tuned. Over the next couple of videos, we're doing way more with integration and automation of our day-to-day business tasks. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.